This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it every time. So here goes nothing.
We are live from the U.S. Airways Center for a Western Conference contest featuring the Suns here in Phoenix. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're among the league's powerhouse teams, presently in second place in the West.
And as well as they're playing, you'd have to consider them one of the leading contenders. Number of teams in that discussion, no doubt about it, but they are right in the middle of it.
All things lining up in place for them right now. I mean, with the postseason approaching, they're right where they want to be and playing really excellent basketball.
And the Clippers starting five. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the small forward position. Here's Paul, following the basket by Freak. Paul kicks to Pierce. They get it back. Knight with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor.
And here is Paul, following the three-pointer by Freak. Jordan kicks to Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. 6 to shoot. Crawford, no one around him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Here's Paul. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. They need this, and he can't bank that one in. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Kings.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And here is Paul, following the three-pointer by Freak. Paul outside. Crawford is screen on Knight. Paul passes to Crawford. Crawford with another miss.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Morris a screen. Jeter dishes to Tucker. Knight wide open. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pierce kicks to Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Back to Pierce, all alone. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Knight passes to Tucker. Back to Knight. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Great open look there. And that's 11 points for Freak.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Now here's Paul. playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Tries a three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
Now, Freak following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Tucker dishes to Chandler. To the inside. Stolen by Pierce. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Tyson Chandler. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career. Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey, but you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And stolen by Knight. Fires the three. Pass to Tucker. He dishes it to Jeter. Chandler is screen. Jeter kicks to Knight. To the paint. Here's Morris. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns answer.
And now we'll look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. Andre Jordan, number 1.
He has taken his rebounding very...
Goes up off the inbound. Chandler with the block. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Passes it to Jeter. Shoots. Tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Freak's got 13.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Chandler, the pass to Jeter. Dishes it to Tucker. Knight, that's a two-pointer, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Jeter. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. And that one's good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Looking to end the run. Rebound by the Suns. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And boy, that was a tough one to lose, guys. But they played well throughout that game, just unable to convert down the stretch.
Yeah, I know we don't get into moral victories, but they can definitely take away some positives from it because even though they came up on the short end, there was some good stuff, too.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns answers.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Freak. J.J. Redick. Checked in for the Clippers. Suns leading by 14. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Griffin is out there with Smith, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 slot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Clippers trail by 15. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He had 23 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
A nice shot by Tucker.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's Paul. Inside, Griffin. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Now, Freak, after the missed three from Jamal Crawford. Freak with it. He's picked up by Paul. Now, Freak, 17 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tucker, and it's Phoenix scoring again. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Clippers trail by 14. Paul outside. Crawford right side. Takes the three. Rebounded by Tucker.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Stevenson. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Griffin. The 10-footer finds the target. Griffin's got 6.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
To the paint. It's tipped. Griffin with the steal. Here's Stevenson. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
And a moment to see numbers for Tyson Chandler. Second in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
Knight against Paul. Knight dishes to Jeter. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Paul kicks to Griffin, fades and shoots. That one wide left.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Suns.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Clippers trail by 9. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Morris. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. A nice shot by Tucker.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
There's Crawford with the 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear. They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond.
And here is Knight. Josh Smith getting his 3 to go. Jeter kicks to Knight. 5 on the clock. Out to the wing. The 3. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. 5th, the Clippers.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Free throw, good. Jeter.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Freak. He has 20 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
Crawford, no luck.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Jeter the pass to Knight. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Knight's got 6.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Crawford left side. Crawford missing again.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And it's Jeter missing. Clippers trail by 12. To halt the run. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Crawford. And that's now 8 points for Chris Paul.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Back to Crawford. And the layup falls. Crawford's got 8.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Paul with the steal. That's good, and that evens things out. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Knight kicks to Chandler. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Chandler's got his second basket of the game.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Throws it up high. It's tipped. Smith on the wing. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Memphis.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Now here's Paul. Following the miss by Freak. Deep two from Crawford. It's hauled in by the Suns. Chandler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Knight kicks to Chandler. The dish to Morris. Feeds it to Jeter. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And the dunk by Chandler.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is. There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Knight with it. He's picked up by Paul. Chandler kicks it to Tucker. 11 feet away, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Paul. He's got 10. Nobody near Stevenson. And again, no good by the Clippers. Suns leading by 12. The feed tonight. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And 11 points for Markieff Morris. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Paul. Crawford's got room. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Down low, here's Knight. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Knight's got 8.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Smith with a screen on Knight. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Uncovered. And there's Knight. That's good on the assist by Freak. Freak's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Now here's Crawford. Last game he had 10 points.
Checking out the game Jamal Crawford is having. He's got 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
No good on that. Up with Phoenix. A big group. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Suns on top as they end the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Doc, what happened there in the first half?
Well, we missed shots, turned the ball over, second shots. I really think what's disappointing is our bad offense is dictating our bad defense right now.
Doc, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. Easy on them in the second half. We're going for the throat. There was nice rhythm to our transition game. We got some important points on the break. I think we keep the tempo brisk in the second half. What I want us thinking about now is getting the ball into the low post. Let's find the open passing lanes and feed our guys in tight. Don't forget how dangerous this team is. No lead is safe against them. Let's not give them a chance to get back in it.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Brandon Knight is out there with Freak, and it's Chandler in at the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team, as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle. Over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
And here's Freak following the 3 from Chris Paul. Tucker dishes to Morris. The 10-footer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul kicks to Crawford. And he converts the layup. Crawford's got 13 points.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
And Paul over to help. Tucker the pass to Morris. Morris a screen, just 5 on the clock. Height with it. Now Pierce defending. Phoenix no good that time either.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
There's Crawford with the 3. The Clippers keep it alive. Fires the 3. And again, Chris Paul for 3. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Knight dishes to Jeter. To the middle. Here's Chandler. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And here is Paul. 16 points for him. Kicks it out to Crawford for the 3. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Chandler. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Paul. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game, and he gets it to go. Paul's got 18 points.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And now, your Suns dancers.
Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. 4th, Freak.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
And to me, that's what makes them so special. I mean, they don't have one way to punish you offensively. They've got several. You want your point guard to be the most versatile player on the squad, and these guys are.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
And the first one comes for Griffin and his ability to create contact close. He's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Jamal Crawford.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now here's Paul. 18 points for him. And stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. A nice shot by Tucker.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Paul kicks to Stevenson. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. And Phoenix making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. And Redick kicks to Crawford. 2 on the clock. Offline. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Suns on top, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Clippers trail by 21. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Crawford out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Pierce. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Now here's Bledsoe. Pass to Freak. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 6 assists here tonight.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
Here's Redick following the basket by Freak. Just 5 to shoot. Redick with the bucket.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And it's Jeter missing. Clippers trail by 21. Redick is in the corner. Pierce with a screen for Redick. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Jeter kicks to Booker. Bledsoe passes to Jeter. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Pierce. Johnson kicks to Crawford, lets the three fly, and he gets it to go.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
There's the pass to Bledsoe. Crawford with the steal. He feeds it to Jordan. He kicks to Johnson. Pierce's shot is good. Here's Jeter. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Johnson in the corner. Johnson draws the double. Jordan kicks to Redick. 5 to shoot. Pierce with a screen for Redick. Buries another. Redick's got 6 in the quarter.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Now here's Bledsoe. Glenn, a screen. Bledsoe dishes to Jeter. Kicks it to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Bledsoe passes to Jeter. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Redick. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Good. Just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
And the Suns also making a change. Freaks checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Clippers trail by 10. It's Pierce on the wing. To the paint. Here's Griffin. And Chandler sends it back. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the shot is good. 30 points for Freak. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections. If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense. He also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Griffin a screen on Knight. Pass to Redick. Shoots it. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Paul. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. Jordan the screen. Redick inside the line. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
The shot is off, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Redick. Jordan kicks to Pierce. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Jordan the screen. Here's Redick. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Paul kicks to Griffin. And a big-time jam right there.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Suns leading by 12. Knight dishes to Jeter. Passes to Chandler. Feeds it to Tucker. Over to the wing. Morris kicks to Jeter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting for Phoenix.
Free throw, good. Jeter.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good from Freak.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Paul passes to Jordan. Corner shot. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Crawford. Now here's Freak. Knight with it.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
He dishes it to Morris. Jeter kicks to Knight. The feed to Chandler. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
And I tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance. They're trying to work it inside here, and they've had a little bit of success as they try to cut into that deficit. And getting it inside is one way to try to chip away at it.
Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure. But he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness. But no question, he's improved his skills and IQ.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion. You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Now here's Crawford, and the wide-open shot from Griffin. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Jeter dishes to Knight. Chandler, the pass to Morris.
Checking out the game Marquise Morris is having. He has 15 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Suns. And the second free throw, good.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Paul kicks to Griffin.
That's the ball.
The shot is off. Good work defensively by Morris. And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
Now here's Freak, following the miss by Paul Pierce. To the inside. Paul against Bledsoe. Dishes it to Morris. 6 to shoot. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Griffin's shot is good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Bledsoe outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, the outcome of this one never really in doubt tonight. Would you say that this is one of the better performances by this team this year?
As of now, I'd say yeah. But I know in a few weeks that won't be the case because we'll probably be saying records by beating teams by like 100 points or something. And you know I'll be leading the way on that one.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
Doris, thank you as always. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tyson Chandler.
Tyson Chandler is some kind of big man, guys. Just his defensive presence alone, and he's efficient offensively, even though he might not do it on a nightly basis. But, I mean, he does so many positive things to impact a basketball game.
The job he did down low was fantastic. That's right, fantastic. He had great understanding of the way the defense was set up in the paint. He had a ton of high percentage looks close to the bucket and converted every time. Nice game, real nice game.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that